So hello everyone and welcome back to the Full of Among Us with Gide. I thought I could have a look into the Book of Fables, again for a change, as we have loads new things that we could read, and I would at least like to read a few, like this guy. Grendel Drifter. Grendel just wants to be left alone. In the old days he terrorized Norse meat halls, but lately he can be found occupying a stool in various quiet dumpy bars around New York. He hates the noise of the city, but must work there to afford his clamor. Despite his gruff bearing, he is fiercely loyal to those who've learned to offer him the space and silence he desires. Talking to him is like watching a time bomb tick down. It's only a matter of time. True enough. Why is there like two of Bluebird? Wealth is scoundrel. Bluebird managed to escape the homelands with his riches intact and continues to be one of the wealthiest fables in New York. The Fabledown government depends on his generous contributions. Okay, I guess that's the reason why he can come from the back door, and he often uses his influence for his own benefit. As a former serial killer, he claims his days of decapitating his brides are over, but even he was able to leave his violent ways in the homelands, that hasn't stopped him from making the occasional trip down Crooked Lane. Okay, so he's been that sort of a person at least before. Of course, that does not mean that he would be still doing that. After all, we are the big bad wolf as well, and well, we're not eating people at the moment, are we? So. And who is the Jack Horner? Harmless trickster. Jack is always up to something, but he's not nearly as smart as he thinks he is. His plans to get rich quick often backfire, but his confidence never wavers. He thinks he is the most important person in Fabletown, but everyone knows him as a mostly harmless smartass. Okay. You, Nerissa the Little Mermaid. Nerissa's story never had a happy ending. She's known as the Little Mermaid, the young girl who gave up her tail for a pair of legs in the hopes of winning the heart of a handsome prince. When he married a princess instead, Nerissa was left heartbroken. She made the journey to the mundane world, hoping for a better life. Now she dances at the passing and by, but each step she takes feels like walking on shards of glass. She has very little left, but finds some comfort in the company of her fellow dancers. And the flycatcher, the frog prince. A former prince turned to a frog by a witch. Okay, so that's the story of a flycatcher. I wasn't sure who he exactly is, but that's nice to know that he's the prince turned to a frog. Which the friendly genial flycatcher now carries the nickname as an unsubtle reference to his propensity for catching and eating flies. His wife and their children were brutally murdered back in the homelands are. A fact he attempts to deny himself by committing to a series of endless tasks and janitorial duties. Poor flycatcher. Poor flycatcher. What about the witching well, by the way? The witching well is located in the chamber inside the Woodland building, where it is used to dispose of things meant never to be seen again. Dead fables are committed to its depths, as are the most untamable criminals. No one is entirely sure what lies at the bottom of the well, nor indeed if it has a bottom at all, but it is widely assumed to be a passageway to the final resting place. Okay, so that's the story behind that. It's nice to be reading at least some of those in the meantime nonetheless. So we can be continuing. I was also thinking that I might be talking a little bit what I think of the whole situation. I think that the Tweedledum and those guys, those brothers, work probably for the Crooked Man and are collecting payments and all that sort of stuff for them. Of course, I think that's a relatively okay assumption considering that Beauty said that they were harassing her for the payments that she owed to the crooked man for a loan, because of the loan. But has the crooked man something to do with the murders? Is a completely different question. What about Crane? Crane, well, he has certainly a very unhealthy way of seeing snow, and has of course been involved with those prostitutions. But I was thinking that the Snow White dress was not covered in blood. So yes, he's been doing stuff like that, but that he would have killed her as well doesn't make as much sense, because she was not dressed in the Snow White dress. She was dressed in a normal Snow White clothing that she used. It might be that Crane still is the murderer, but I'm not so sure of it. Someone might be using Crane's afflictions as something that could point us into his direction and just have made it all like that. Maybe because they want to get rid of Crane at the same time and want to get into the power of maybe Bluebird. Bluebird, for example, could be very well a choice for this sort of a situation, but we don't know about it. I have no clue if it is actually him or not, but he was burning something in Crane's place too, which is very interesting. And there has to be a reason for that. So what else? Yeah, well, Woodcutter, we know that he's not involved with those murders, or I'm very sure that he doesn't have. He just left. He has been on bad runs and all that. I don't think he's involved with those things. And I guess that's pretty much it that I can think right now. So let us just continue with our episode 3 and see who this witch is. And I'm not sure if this witch has also placed some kind of a spell that no one can talk about things like my lips are sealed. Do they have some sort of spell? A little bit like the Little Mermaid already previously in the storybooks had that sort of a thing that she couldn't talk when she got her legs from that one witch. So maybe it is something similar, that then something would happen. I don't know. It could be a solution. But let us continue. Loading. I do like the flower loading thing as such.
Big B! I just got here.
Yeah, me too. It's number 23. I haven't seen it yet.
We're late.
Yeah, I know.
It's not good that we're late.
This is it.
Alright, how do you want to do this?
Maybe if I hadn't been in all of those places, then we wouldn't be late. That could be.
Hear anything?
If anyone's in there, they're being awfully quiet.
They might not be suspecting anything.
Hello?
Okay, well, it was good that we didn't
Hi.
just open the door
Woke me up.
by force.
Sorry about that.
Is something wrong?
Who are you?
I don't think I've ever seen you before.
Who are you?
Rachel, who are you? Just so
I'm Big
we're
B.
not strangers.
I'm Big B. This is Snow.
Pleased to meet you. How do you do?
Are
Is
you the
there,
witch? I wonder.
Is there anything you need?
Is Auntie Greenleaf
I'm not
here?
allowed to let people in.
Is Auntie Greenleaf at home? Does she live here?
You mean my mom?
She ever, make the nightstand levitate, turn frogs into cats, that kind of thing?
Is she a witch, dear?
No, I would never call my mommy that. She treats me alright.
I didn't mean that.
Is there something you want?
Snow,
I
can you
don't
talk to
think I
her?
can really help you.
Snow, can you just do something here? I never have any idea what to say to these people.
You mean children?
Well, I think nonetheless that you're
Do you
probably
mind
better.
if my friend here takes a look around? I promise we'll be quick so you can hurry back to bed.
I think you can still be better. You took care of Frog's
I've been here
child
all
too.
night. Nobody's been here. Okay, Snow, I'm gonna trust your friend not to break anything.
Okay, I'm not gonna
Don't
break
get me
anything.
in trouble.
Okay,
Look for anything unusual.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, like Crane. He could still be here.
What's this? Deer skull.
Your mom a hunter?
Oh no, she never... That was found in the woods around Dick's Mountain, I think.
Dick's Mountain. Chord player. Stove.
It's pretty rare to see a burner like this.
Dowdy. That's how we like it.
There's the mummy, I guess.
That your mom?
Uh-huh.
Well, at least we know what she looks like. I guess there's nothing else that I can look in.
No one's been over all night, so...
He's just going to check.
Let me guess. Big band or classical?
honky tonk.
Honky tonk.
No accounting for taste.
Where do you buy your clothes?
At a store?
Oh, my mommy makes all of mine.
Is there anything in here? It kind of looks like a little bit of a covering of something.
Not here.
There's no one here but me.
I don't say that you're lying, but if we woke you up, then the butcher.
The butcher.
What's that?
A package having to do with someone called the Butcher. I saw one just like it at the Tweedle's office.
So this is the right place, at least in that way.
There's nothing that looks like Crane was here either.
Nothing?
See?
But if there is magic involved, you can never be too sure. I am sure.
I saw a spider over there yesterday.
Oh?
It was a pretty one.
Pretty one. Ooh, a tree. Huh, all kind of animals.
is this?
There's those
Mommy uses that to
white
carve her trinkets.
deers.
It's from the old world.
Yeah,
Trinkets. Like glamours?
yeah, it is.
Damn it.
Shouldn't
There's the
say
deer
that.
pictures.
Nothing?
I keep getting whiffs of that aftershave of his.
I do too.
Uh-huh.
Can I go to bed now? Please?
There's the deer pictures. Yeah,
Is
and
that
there's
a glamour tube?
Mommy really doesn't let anyone play with that. Trust me, I've tried.
I can open it. I've done it before. And those were the deer pictures.
Please, please, just put that back exactly where you found it. No one is allowed to play with
It's
that.
all right, honey. Bigby's not going to break
No, you
it.
don't understand. She will freak out if she discovers I've let people in here and let them touch her stuff, okay? She checks all the time to see if things move. I don't want to get in trouble.
I'll be
I'm already
careful.
grounded.
Please.
I'm not gonna break it. I just want to open it.
No! Put it down! Please, don't! This isn't what you think! You gotta believe me. The guy isn't here, I promise!
It's gonna be okay, Rachel.
Please, I'm begging you. I don't wanna get in trouble.
What is in here? Yeah, something. Yeah, she.
Auntie Greenleaf.
Yeah. I was thinking
Hurts
that.
when you do it that fast.
I was thinking that it doesn't seem like
What?
why the little girl.
Not sprightly enough?
Why Rachel? Why the little girl?
I don't think that's any of your business, Wolf.
Why?
How about because it works? That's why. That good enough for you? Certainly kept you two off the scent for a while.
A short
I wasn't completely
All right,
sure
start
about
explaining.
that.
And from the beginning.
I was born in the woods to a jackal and a deer.
Please.
That.
Please, Greenleaf, just help us catch Crane. That's all we care about.
That's not all we care about.
Snow?
I ain't a
That is the
fortune
more
teller, wolf.
important.
I have no heavenly idea where he went to.
You have to know something.
Unless you want a recipe for owl stew, there's nothing I know that would help.
You
You're an
are.
accomplice to murder. Do you realize that?
You are.
You might want to check your facts on that.
Well, you have something to do. Well, you are hiding someone that.
Doesn't matter. I can't help you. I have no interest in being turned into a skink and crushed under boot heels. There's powers at work here beyond your pathetic authority.
Whatever it is, Greenleaf, whatever it is that's keeping you from saying something, you have to forget it. This is more important.
I don't give a shit.
Is it?
I don't give a shit about your problems, Greenleaf. Just talk, now.
Especially when you were
You
hiding
have
as a
no
girl.
idea what's going on, do you?
Okay, you know what I think? I think we've been more than patient with you. This witch has been selling illegal glamours that continue to undermine everything we've built. She's harboring a fugitive that took advantage of it, and now she's resisting every attempt to make things right. I frankly don't give a crap if she's afraid for her life. We can at least make sure she never hurts us again. We're destroying the tree.
No! How dare you come in here and threaten to take from me the one thing that
It's from
tree
your
is
past.
ancient. It's
Yeah.
part of the family, and it's the only thing paying for this shithole apartment. And
Yeah,
the fables who can't afford the glamours from you come to me for help.
Yeah, I
Without them, where do you
understand
think
that.
they could go?
Don't give me that. You're making money off of other people's misery. 2 fables are dead because of this crap. It's too dangerous leaving this stuff with her.
You think I like being the old woman in these stories? The men are heroes, the ladies are whores, and the old hags like me get to watch everyone they love die.
We have very
Die.
different ways of handling our fate.
Very different means to handle it too.
And I don't use it as an excuse to wreck people's lives.
Greenleaf
I'm
could
sorry,
be
Sheriff,
useful.
but please.
Isn't there another way? She's a witch. Can't she just work for us? That way she'd be official.
You want to reward her for criminal behavior? We can't trust this woman on the 13th floor.
It doesn't
I don't wanna
matter, 'cause
destroy
I'd
the
never
tree.
do it. I'm not a house cat, and I don't play well with others.
Oh, trust me, no one would confuse you for a cuddly animal. Bigby,
I don't feel
this
right.
is an order. Burn the tree.
No! Look, I'll tell you. Crane was here. He was here, and he left.
Yes.
He went to the pudding and pie to try to use my ring on the girls over there to get information.
What does the ring do?
He thinks it's the ring of dispel. You know, that it will pierce the protection around the girl's speech. He says pulling the truth out of them will prove his innocence. It won't, though. Damn thing lost its power decades ago.
I thought
I'm
so.
sorry, but
that he
we
isn't
still
the
can't
killer.
let you keep the tree. It wouldn't be right after what's happened. Bigby,
Please, Sheriff. Don't.
You know, you
Snow,
aren't technically
please.
my boss yet, Snow.
do you think this is a joke?
But
No,
it doesn't
I
feel
don't.
right.
But the fact is, Cole hasn't confirmed you, and until he does, you have absolutely no authority over me.
Not in this case. I'm sorry,
I'm
Snow.
not gonna burn down this tree.
It doesn't feel right.
All right, let's go.
I trust you, Snow, but it isn't
Hey,
right to
Greenleaf.
burn this tree.
Don't think this is over.
I won't.
Snow, I really didn't mean anything bad, but I don't want to be burning down that tree. Because we could have done a lot of things better, just as well, in my honest opinion. We could have done a lot of things better.